अस्सलाम वालेकुम व्यूवर्स, आज हम डिस्कस करेंगे थिएटर ऑफ अब्सर्ड को। द वर्ड अब्सर्ड मीन्स फुलिशनेस, सेंसलेसनेस, अपोज टू रीजन, समथिंग सिली एंड रिडिकुलस। थिएटर ऑफ अब्सर्ड इज़ अ टाइप ऑफ ड्रामा दैट शोज द आइडिया दैट लाइफ हैज़ नो क्लियर पर्पस और अ मीनिंग। इसके बहुत ही ह्यूमर से, बहुत ही मज़ाहिया, हंसी मजाक वाले जो हैं इसमें प्लेस वगैरह लिखे जाते हैं। इट बिकम पॉपुलर इन द मिड 20th सेंचुरी, स्पेशली आफ्टर वर्ल्ड वार टू। ठीक है, आफ्टर वर्ल्ड वार टू के बाद ये काफ़ी ज़्यादा मशहूर हो गए थे थिएटर ऑफ अब्सर्ड ड्रामास। एज मैनी पीपल बिगेन क्वेश्चनिंग ट्रेडिशनल बिलीव्स अबाउट लाइफ एंड ह्यूमन पर्पस, फर्स्ट टाइम एल्बर्ट कैम्यू talk about the theater of absurd. He writes essay Myth of Sisyphus. In this essay he said life is absurd. Theater of absurd name was coined by Martin Aslin. These type of plays do stir on society through anti-plot and dark humor. Theater of absurd aims to question on human existence while in a provoking action. In these plays, the story often had lacks of logical plots, and the character may do strange things or speaks in confusing and repetitive ways. Absurd dramas has confused characters, absurd dialogues, meaningless existence, no ending, and no clear proper start. Famous dramatists of absurd drama are Martin Esslin, Samuel Beckett, and Albert Camus, etc. देन हम यहाँ पे फर्स्ट प्ले को डिस्कस करेंगे, वेटिंग फॉर गोडट बाय सैमुअल बकेट प्ले। वेटिंग फॉर गोडट इज़ अ प्ले बाय आयरिश प्ले राइटर सैमुअल बकेट इन विच टू कैरेक्टर्स व्लादिमीर एंड एस्ट्रागोन wait endlessly under the trees for someone whose name's Godot. They don't know exactly who Godot is and he never arrives. And they still waiting. They pass time by talking, arguing, but they stay hoping that Godot will come and give their lives meaning. लेकिन Godot जो है असल में नहीं आता। बस ये दो कैरेक्टर्स के बारे में पूरा प्ले है, व्लादिमीर और एस्ट्रागोन के बारे में। ठीक है, इट वॉज फर्स्ट परफॉर्म्ड इन 5 जनवरी 1953. Waiting for Godot is about the meaning of life and the absurdity of existence. Samuel Beckett was an Irish playwright, short story writer, theatre director, poet, and literary translator. He wrote in both French and English language. He was born in 13 April 1906 and he was died on 22 December 1989. Samuel Beckett also received Nobel Prize in Literature in 1969. His best known work in his 1953 play was Waiting for Godot. Waiting for Godot is a two-act play. The main message of this play is that human existence is meaningless and suffering are unavoidable. Waiting for Godot is about feeling lost and alone in life. Vladimir and Estragon keep waiting for someone named Godot, hoping he will bring meanings, but he never comes. This shows how people look for purpose and hope, yet life feels like कंफ्यूजिंग, रेपिटेटिव, विदाउट क्लियर आंसर्स। अच्छा, इसमें गोडट का जिक्र क्यों किया गया? दो कैरेक्टर हैं, गोडट का वेट किए जा रहे हैं, वो आएगा तो हमारी लाइफ को कोई मीनिंग देगा। ये अक्सर हमारी रियल लाइफ में क्या होता है, हम भी जो है एक चीज़ को इमेजिन करके तसव्वुर करते हैं कि ये हमारे साथ होगी, ये अच्छा होगा, हमारे साथ ऐसे होगा, लेकिन वो एंड वाले पॉइंट पे आके हमारे साथ ऐसा नहीं होता। कई पर्पजेज हमारी लाइफ के होते हैं जो नहीं कंप्लीट होते। तो इसी के बारे में जो है सारा नावल है। ठीक है, टाइटल सिग्निफिकेंस वेटिंग फॉर गोडट की देख लें। वेटिंग फॉर गोडट इज़ अ मॉडर्न प्ले विच इज़ रिटन बाय सैमुअल बकेट. It is also known as an absurd play. It was originally written in French language, but after it was translated into English by its own author. Waiting for Godot means waiting for something to turn up, which doesn't really turn up. In the play, Godot is a mysterious figure who never actually appears on stage. The character Vladimir and Estragon talk about him a lot, but we never learn much more about him. Some people think Godot might be represent God, hope, or a better future, but the play never gives a clear answer. So, the two main characters who are waiting, they're named Vladimir and Estragon. They spend their entire play waiting for Godot under the tree by countries throughout. They do not much except talk, argue, and try to pass the time, both waiting for Godot to arrive. They believe that when Godot comes, he will give them some kind of important news or help them in some way. They believe that Godot will bring some kind of change in their lives. Their waiting never ends because Godot never comes. This can make us think about times in our lives when we wait for something, जैसे मैंने आपको बताया, that never happen. Even though they are not sure who Godot is, but they still waiting for him. This shows how people waiting or hoping for something better in their lives. The waiting in a play can be seen as a symbol for life itself, just like Vladimir and Estragon. People often wait for something that will give their lives meanings or make them happy, but ऐसा नहीं होता. Everyone experiences waiting in his or her life. The title Waiting for Godot speaks universal feeling. It makes us think about our own lives and what we are waiting for. In simple words, the title Waiting for Godot is important because it captures the main idea of the play, the act of waiting, the hope for something good, and the search for meaning in life. Quote by Samuel Beckett. Nothing to be done, nothing happen, nobody come and आई थिंक ये मैंने थोड़ी सी ना ये जो कोट है थोड़ा सा चेंज कर दिया था. नथिंग हैपन, नो बडी कम्स, नो बडी गॉस, इट्स आवफुल. ठीक है, नथिंग हैपन्स, नो बडी कम्स, नो बडी गॉस, इट्स आवफुल, ये आएगा. सो नेक्स्ट वीक तक मुझे दीजिए इजाज़त. सी यू सून. अल्लाह हाफिज़.